Now, Barbara loves a little trip down to the Mournes and the weather's lovely, so we decided to go up Binion. And before we did that, we called in a little coffee shop called the Ark, run by a girl who used to live in Ballywalter. And we wanted to do a little interview with the manager, Joanne, but wasn't she doing a press interview while I was there, so I didn't get it. But we're going to call again and speak to her. So call in and get yourself a cup of coffee the next day you're down in Newcastle. Now, I'm not a fan of coffee at all, but the blueberry muffins with white chocolate on it were amazing. This field has been reclaimed fairly recently and he's got barley in it and it's looking good, so it is. A lovely setting inside the stone walls. A couple of years back we're having a walk here and the boys were putting slurry on with the dribble bar and towing the pipe behind them, and they told me there was 2 miles of pipe. Now, I told my neighbour when we came back home that I'd met my granny up Slieve Binion, but she didn't believe me. And this is a hawk diving on a raven, and you hear them both squawking there. It's a wee bit out of focus because it's very far away and I've zoomed it up. Lovely day we had down at the mountains. So we're bringing the 2 rams up home because we're going to put the sheep in here to graze this rough bit out, and we'll just open the door a wee bit of meal. Hopefully they're just going to run up in and we'll leave them in there and bring them up home. Okay. Sit. So sit. The sheep are coming down now. Barbara's bringing them on there, and Jay. So I'll just flip this gate open behind me and we'll take them on. That's good. They're coming out nicely. So we have our spoke put in with the shearing one, Barry, but he hasn't, well, he acknowledged. We just sent him a text and said put us on the list. So I'm not sure when he'll be here, but sometime in the next week or 2 I would say. So this is the ewe lambs and they're full of beans. They're skipping about and jumping there like a man. So I might have to do a bit of a sprint down the yard, down the field, down the road even. Come on, come on. That's good, they've come out well. It's go by if you need it. That's good, they're by the neighbour's gate, so that'll just be a walk from now on. Good girl, Jay, that's us. Sit down. Sit. So that's everything swapped round, and just to release the rams back into the field up at home this time. So that's us. So there's a little bit of roadworks today, and I just thought I'll get a wee overhead shot with the drone. The men are putting a new surface on the road here. Now there was a tree house once upon a time in this tree when I was young, and much fun was had in it. But we're going to take the crown right off this tree because it's just got too dangerous to have round when the gales come in the winter time. Now I have just cut the trunk off of this big tree here that blew down one of the gales, and this is us here, and you can see the rings real nicely on it here. Now I had cut this about probably about an hour ago, and then I went and had my lunch there, but it was really plain, the number of rings on it, but it's harder to see, so I'm just going to put a wee bit of water on it there. So there's your rings coming up real plain now, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and it goes up to 45. I can remember my father planting those trees, and it's in the 80s, just the early 80s. So that's about right. Now folks, that's just about us for another week. Just been working around home, a few wee shots of things happening in the locality as well, and stories. And we are still working on the story of Ballycran Chapel over the back here, and the old schoolhouse, and Murray's shop. And we have it mostly put together, but I'm waiting on a couple of folks on doing the introduction and little bits and pieces. And that's coming together. Once we get them interviewed, that wee story will be going up shortly. So there you are, that's us for another week. Thank you very much indeed for watching. See you soon.